The first episode of #1 Sentai Gozyuger is now out, and we're going to talk about it. Welcome to the Legacy of Nerd. My name is Daniel, and like I said, we have the first episode of #1 Sentai Gozyuger, and we're going to talk about it. So the episode actually starts off kind of explaining that what had happened prior, that we see all these mechas that had come before in Super Sentai. Of course, you recognize a lot of them from Power Rangers. We got Samurai, we got Dino Fury, we see Gal Ranger or Wild Force right there on the bottom, and they all fought this epic battle. They fought this big bad guy right here, and they essentially lost. But before they lost, one did rise, and the one that did rise was the Tegasword. Now, the Tegasword, you see here, like in this little beautiful moment, is holding the Boom Boonger mecha, but all the mechas are essentially gave the Tegasword its power to destroy the darkness, and then the powers were all sent out into the world. So some things you see pretty cool here. We didn't really see them from episode 0, but you can see like Tor from Die Ranger. You see just all the mecha here just kind of grouped in together. We see some ones like the train one. I can't remember. Tokuger, I think it's called. We've seen all these different mechas here, and it's a really cool one. Got the Shogun Megazord or the Kaku Ranger. We got the Die Ranger. You got the Thunder Megazord here. Really, really cool visual to see. This was an awesome moment of the show. We got the Astro Megazord or the Mega Ranger mecha here at the bottom. Just all these amazing Megazords in this shot. Really cool to see. But obviously, it took its power to destroy the darkness, and then it put out its energy throughout the universe. So here's another cool shot. You kind of see Daijujin here in the corner. I think we saw a little bit of this in episode 0. You see here its power. It turns into like the morpher mode that we see here, and then it like stones over, puts the Sentai rings in the universe, and we are here now with the #1 Sentai Gozyuger. So we all know it's going to have 5 rings, but we start off with Horu, and he's working at a convenience store here, and he is trying to do his best. There's this little scene here where he gets in a fight with, I guess, a customer, but he is like unhinged. Like this dude is not okay. Like we see this little right here, like yeah, and then just that face, dude is insane. Like he will do anything to win a fight. So this guy comes at them with a knife. Like this dude is coming at them with a knife. Like this is already like my first couple of minutes into a Super Sentai show. I've seen Jew Ranger, I've seen Die Ranger, I've seen Kaku Ranger, but that's pretty much what I ended at. And I've seen none of the modern Super Sentai. This is way more serious than what we're dealing with in Power Rangers. Like they show the knife, dude. At least he's being health conscious. He's wearing a mask. You know, don't want to be spreading those germs. But you know, he's trying to rob them. And while doing this, he wants his hot dog. Like he takes that. It has this really weird sequence here, kind of inappropriate. They use the wiener a lot. That's what I'm gonna say. You know, he pushes the guy down, and then this dude just like he's like not scared of anyone. Goes at him with a knife. He cuts this, and the hot dog juice hits him in the eye, and then he's like, "Nah, man." That's what does it for him. But then he has this little part, like remember, he's gonna be Gozyu Wolf, and yeah, you saw that he bites him, just bites him, dude. Like that is so completely unhinged. He bites him. He's like, "Nah, we're playing unfair here. Like this dude is out to win." He obviously gets let go. I guess he bites a customer. He handles a robbery probably the wrong way because he endangers all those people that are in there. Then we see him. He's at home. He looks like he has a little brother. He's playing with a little brother, being nice. He's cute. But yeah, so he goes out to the hallways. His mom is like, "You need to find a new job." He goes out with a resume. But those people from that robbed him they see him there, and they're like, "Nah, man, like we're not about this. We're gonna kick your butt." And he's like, "Whatever." But like, there's this little weird moment here when they're all going at him because they said that we know like where your mom lives, we know where your little kid lives, and he's like, "Nah." So just that, like that, he's like, whatever. And look how he pushes the fist with his face. No, dude is the wrong guy to mess with. They're scared here. They're like, nah, that's not cool. His friend helps him up. Now, I think he looks familiar to me. I can't place him. I may have seen him before. I'm not entirely sure. Those of you who have watched Super Sentai before, please let me know in the comments if you recognize him. Because I had heard Boom Boomger was going to be in this episode. And yeah, so we'll talk about that. But yeah, he's like, you know, helping him after he gets beat up because he saved him at the convenience store, buys him a hot dog, being nice to him, you know, just being a good guy. But of course, in any other Super Sentai show or any show involving a superhero, we got issues. Here we meet Fire Candle, I want to say is his name. He is now in charge of the bad guys, it seems, or he is part of the bad guys. We see him here in his lair. I'm going to go back a little bit right here. But one thing that we see really cool here is like they're like the CGI backgrounds here are insane and just a lot better than what I'm used to for Power Rangers. That I love that. I need a toy of this right here. This is awesome. I dig that. But this guy's look, Fire Candle, I am just completely digging everything about it. Like this dude is cool. I like him. Hopefully he has a good character arc because this dude is just I am totally everything about him is cool. So they are obviously trying to get the ring out of the Tega sword here that has been stoned. We see all the remnants of the mecha that is on top of. But yeah, he makes a thing like, I am going to pay you back for this. Oh, it's not a hot dog. I get a burger. I'm going to pay you back for this burger. I'm going to make a really good point of it. It's 250 yen. And he's like, I vow to. Then we see the mecha come through the world and then it's just attacking Earth, you know, being obviously causing chaos. Again, I love this guy. I love this mecha here that he's piloting. I need this toy. That would be a really cool toy. I hope they pull that out. Then this guy, who is a little nerdy guy that they say, pulls out a Sentai ring, right? And I'm like, okay, like is he gonna be Goju? Like, is that where we're starting off here? So no, he's going to be morphing into King Ohger. He has a silver Tega sword, which is cool. I like that. I like that better than the gold. Not gonna lie. I think that looks really, really good. I need that. I need that. That looks so cool. I love that. So he puts his ring in there, and then he turns into here we go, Henshin. It's morphin time. And then we see him turn into King Ohger. Really cool moment. I never watched King Ohger, but I was like, what I was really surprised to see in this was that we started off a new Super Sentai show, and we didn't start off with the actual team of the Sentai or any of members of the team. The first morph here is King Ohger. I don't know how about you guys think about that. I do think it's pretty cool, but you know, yeah, we see him fight these little henchmen. And any henchman, whether it's Power Rangers or Sentai, it gets these. They're like annoying. Now they have little bells on their head, and every time they get hit or they are hitting somebody, it rings like a doorbell. It's not a doorbell, but like a little bell that you ring. It's annoying. It's yeah. But this is still Super Sentai. This is still yeah, it's still for kids, so I get it. But he has a King Order. He's like, what is going on here? He gets beat over, or he's destroying, but he's like, what's going on over there? He gets thrown into a portal, and then he goes to like this lair where obviously the Tega sword is. There he meets the other bad guy, which we'll pull up here in a second. And the ring. So one thing here is that the ring, they pick out the ring and immediately just like crunches and is gone. Remind me of the Zeo crystal. Obviously the dude is not worthy. He's not going to be there anymore. He gets bombarded, and then we meet we saw her before in the lair, but we get a closer look of her now. Yep. And she's just talking about like the ring can kill you. They're trying to harness the power of it, but she is like, yeah, I'm in charge. Welcome to my lair, and I'm your problem now. But one thing that they do here, I think it's funny. They do an introduction here, and I think just watch this for a second. Got the pan up. Got to make sure you have the pan up. That is a look. I'm going to tell you guys right now. That is a look. It's not a bad look, but it's definitely a look. He puts on the ring. He gets sucked into this dimension and he meets Tega's sword and he says, "We got to have a contract. What is your wish?" But this whole guy, he doesn't have any wishes. Even his mom in an earlier scene tells us, don't ever wish for anything because it will just let you down, smother your heart. Oh, here's a scene right here. Like, just horrible parenting advice. Absolutely. Like, smother your heart. So he says, I have no wishes. And then he's going to see, I'm going to teach you how to learn how to have wishes, but you're going to help me. Do you accept? And he says, I accept. And we get him and he takes possession of the ring here, gets his Tega sword. And yeah, he is going to be our new Gozyu Wolf. We see that here. So one thing interesting about this show is when he goes back, he immediately gets his Tega sword. Now this is cool. This thing, the way that they do this, I am absolutely digging everything about it. We see him like, it's not even like morph, but it's like get ready for battle. So doof, pulls it out, ring, yeah, which this looks amazing, by the way. See that take off, and then we see the Tega sword basically become his mecha right here as well. This whole sequence, love it. Like, this is not the quality that we would have gotten in Power Rangers. And so, but yeah, it's just everything. And then we get to see him in the cockpit and everything. And I noticed right away that he's still like not morphed. He's in his human form. We're gonna fight this way in his human form. Now I'll get to the part that I'm really not excited about. And it's this whole little boxing ring thing. And I think this is where I get the disconnect from Super Sentai because I know they do these little things, like have these little scenes and stuff like that. And I don't think it's necessary. I'm not about it. I want more story, and it's just kind of like wasting time. But that's just me. But we get some cool title cards out of it, like fight title cards, like at a video game, which I think is cool. But I, I could do it without any of that, to be honest with you guys. But this whole scene where the mecha are fighting, absolutely love all of it. Like, everything about this was good. Now this dude even pulls out like a flame sword. It's fire. Like, it's complete fire. That is totally awesome. One of the best mecha Zord fights I have ever seen. So we have this mecha fight. He wins, obviously, pisses off Fire Candle, like, just obviously about it. I also love that they have the toy here. It looks really good. I was like, you integrate the toys into the show. It's always wonderful. But he notices that, he may have won the battle with the mecha, but all these people are still being attacked on the ground. So this is where we get to the first morph, and we'll show it here real quick. So we see him come out, engage, and then we're going to do the clap your hands. Now, get ready to clap your hands. You're going to do this with me while you're on camera. Clap, 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 clap. Let's morph. Not bad. I mean, it's a pretty cool little, like, it's morphing time. It's definitely a lot more than you just come out like that, but I dug it. Now, the actual morphing sequence, you see like the fist. I think that's cool. I think that is dope. And then he comes out and he just like howl like a wolf. We just howl like a wolf like that. And then we see others that hear it, and we see that they may have their own accessories, and we kind of meet them here for a second. But that's pretty much it for that. We see him fight. Pretty cool fighting sequence, I have to say. I thought it was really good. Usually in the first episodes, we see the better fighting sequences in Power Rangers, so it makes sense that we'd see the better ones in a Super Sentai show. I wonder if it's going to keep up. That is the one thing, because in Power Rangers, not so much. But in Super Sentai, I expect more. So again, cool title card from this little boxing ring thing. But again, I'm not a big fan of the whole boxing ring thing. So he comes back, he wins the day, and then we see him go back to his friend. And the guy, you got to remember, this guy is King Ohger, right? And he kind of brings up like, I see that you've accepted the ring, and he's like, yeah, I accept it. Gives him his yen because he owed him for the burger that he had earlier. But this guy is just like, you know what? I don't like that you have this ring. Someone like that does not deserve the ring. Someone who cannot make wishes. Pulls out his ring, morphs into King Ohger, and he's like, holy crap, like, that's my friend. Why is my friend attacking me? He morphs immediately, and we end with a fight and basically setting up episode 2, which, yeah, I am in for episode 2. my first impressions of this episode, I absolutely enjoyed it. Like I had a lot of fun. The only thing I really didn't like was this whole boxing match thing. That was not for me. I could have done without that completely. But everything else, the quality was amazing. The Zord, the mecha fight was really, really, really good. Really good. I even like this little I even like that. Like I am totally digging this first episode of #1 Sentai Gozyuger. I'm really excited about for episode 2 because I like you're fighting your friend. Like that's how we end the first episode. Like we're not even ending like I must go out and find the others. Like no, we're ending like no, we're in a battle. And we see like those other are gonna come watch them. It's almost like they're watching like who wins, who's gonna lead us, who's gonna lead us as Red. And I thought that was really cool. So guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Did you guys watch the first episode? Did you guys enjoy it? What were your thoughts of it? What did you think about King Ohger making an appearance before the Gozyu Wolf did? Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and I'll see y'all next time.